Hey, what's up? What's up? How's it going? I'm out here just doing another video, just working on my content creation. And, well, guess for the first time, I don't have anything to say. And I'm going to get into that a little bit. But yeah, this video is about me not having anything to say, but having a lot to say. All right, so let's get into it. Today, yeah, I didn't really have anything to say. Didn't kind of pretty much dawn on me, that sometimes, you'll run out of things to want to talk about or say, or certain things are just not on your mind right now. And I get it, like it's not the end of the world, when you're doing content creating, but sometimes posting about not having something to say gives you something to say. And that's kind of one of the best things that I like about it in content creating, because you want to be true to yourself and authentic to yourself and to the people that are out here, man. I just want to keep it real. I'm not trying to, do any like fake stuff and, do all these kind of things that, would not make my videos at least a bit of authentic, so what happened was yesterday, though, I also want to talk about is I was shooting videos just like this, creating content, and I had a lot to say. And the thing what happened was I shot about 3 to 4 different types of videos talking about, various topics. And I just wanted to experiment and try it out. I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. Although it's not a lot of work. It's just you got 5, 6 different videos you're doing and you're editing, and it'd probably be better if it's all in one. It all in one and just call it a day. But anyway, I don't want to ramble on. But I was shooting the videos and stuff, and I was trying to figure out my audio. Like the very first time I did like that 26-minute video, just getting to know me. If you're on my page, just check that out. And the one thing that I found out was the audio was jacked up on the videos that I shot the other day. And the first one I was like, okay, the video is crisp, it's sound, it's loud, it's crisp. And so yeah, the audio was crisp and sound, and I was like, man, like what's going on with this other video? Why is my audio not performing well? Like I couldn't hear myself. Like I could hear myself, but I really couldn't like I couldn't really, it was sound like I was far away. Come to find out, I have like the wraparound like earphones, and it was on. And for the life of me, I'm like, well, did I have them on me when I was filming the first time, or did I have them on my ear when I was filming it the first time? I was just trying to figure out like what's going on. So right now I'm making a video about this earphone wrapped in my ear. Well, it's not anymore. And I just realized that these earbuds connect to your phone anytime they feel like it. And what happens is it drowns out any kind of crisp audio. And that was a lesson learned. So when I started shooting, I turned off the Bluetooth, and that pretty much solved the problem. Now, what happened was just recently, I just talking about this, the earphones cut back on, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, this could be it. And then what had happened was, I replayed the first part of the video, which you pretty much was watching. I turned that on. I turned it off, actually. I stopped recording, and what happened was I listened to it back, and I fast forward all the way towards the end, right when it popped up, and sure enough, that was the problem that I had going on in the last video content that I was shooting. So, but bear with me, guys. This is my beginning struggles of being a content creator. I've been doing videos and stuff on this page, more so about fitness, Yeah, see, here we go, right? I thought I didn't have nothing to say, and here we go, right? But anyway, I've been shooting videos and doing videos on this particular page, and it was basically around fitness, and I was like, yeah, it's very crucial, very, I have a lot of knowledge about it and everything, but I also want to also get on here and do more talking, face to face, right here, face to face, pardon me, with this sun and, where it's going. I mean, I'm taking advantage of it now before it goes up under the clouds. Doesn't look like any clouds around us. Looks pretty clear. But anyway, getting off topic. But yeah, my fitness page that I was doing, yeah, man, like, it was good stuff, but yeah, I wasn't getting the views that I like. I was getting comments, and people were congratulating me. I thought that was pretty dope. And I think what it was just being consistent, and I think I overwhelmed myself in the production, because I thought, me, wanting to be an actor and working on, film productions and stuff back in the days, I wanted this extravagant thing, man. I didn't realize, man, every day you got to set that sucker up, and and when you're done, you got to take it down, because I don't have the kind of space that you could put all of this stuff up. So I got burnt out, man. I ain't gonna front. I just got burnt out, and then I wanted to change the scenery. I mean, I was just all over the place with it, and I got burnt out over that with the scenery in the background, because I was like, man, I want to make it look like a gym. And then I started getting into it wasn't really AI yet, but it was like the green screen, where I can change the different parts of the background. I was getting into that too, and I got burnt out about that. Come to find out, my equipment was too big for the space that I was using, because I was imagining down the road, when I get there, I'll be able to use that equipment that'll fit in that space. And I guess, yeah, man, I don't know, man. So I just took a break, got back on, did some more videos, took a break, got back on. So you see, the consistency wasn't there. So I had to think long and hard about it, man. I was like, Mike, there's a lot of things there's a lot of things you can do. I have a lot of talent in things that I have done in my life. I have talent in. I have many different passions. And quite frankly, I was at a point where I don't know where to start. So at the end of the day, I said, you know what, just press record, and get on board with what's going on and just talk to the people. And when I started doing that, I was like, the ideas started flowing, the ideas started coming, and I wanted to learn and build a community of just like-minded people, So for you YouTubers and other folks out here watching this video, I appreciate the support in advance, but I just wanted to build a community of like-minded people where we can hang out and talk, And one of the videos that I made the other day that didn't come out quite well because of the audio, I was talking about how the evolving of technology and this life and stuff that's going on, and how people are not like face-to-face interactive anymore. It's crazy. I mean, there was a time where I had a community, but we were all like do meetups and travel, and that still goes on to this day, but not as much. I guess as you get older too, your circle gets smaller. So, but at the end of the day, everything is on social media. I mean, there's tons and tons of people out here making videos and creating content and building communities that they want to live in and they want to hone themselves in, and to make them feel happy, mentally and physically, and that's what I started realizing what's going on today. Like, we have changed or adjusted with the interaction more on a phone or really a computer or phone or some type of device now, versus, heading out and going to maybe a Starbucks and meeting up, or hanging out to a food place. I mean, they still have them and people do it, but you find them, they doing it by themselves and creating content by themselves. Their community is actually on their devices, which is like a far cry of what it used to be. So they say if you can't beat them, join them, because not too many people like to talk on the phone anymore, which is crazy, man, because that's the part that I was like, man, and listen, I get people are going through it. People are trying to figure out what's going on, because there's a lot of big changes going on out here. So people are just trying to figure these things out in life. You reach a certain age, you're trying to figure out what's next. Some people are at jobs. They're like, man, do I really want to work a job? Can I see myself doing this till retirement? Or get on board with what I'm doing, and like many others are doing, and just creating content surrounding about the things that you talk about and that So that, for me, it made clear sense to me. Do I still work? Yeah. I still have a business. I have clients and things of that nature. But sooner or later, man, this technology is going to edge me out. I'm in fitness. I'm a personal trainer, and I go out and I train clients at their cribs, and I also train clients online as well. But when I'm start looking down the road, it ain't too far distant road too, AI is kicking in. You can literally speak into AI and tell it, hey, this is my age, my height, and this is kind of what I need to do when it comes to exercise or what to eat. So I have to start looking into the future. And I suggest you guys got to start looking more forward towards the future, because at the end of the day, this technology is going to take over a lot of things. And if we don't start getting creative in our minds and being innovative, man, I believe that's going to be the only thing that you're going to have to do at some point. Now, there'll be jobs here and there to supervise things, but the supervisual things that you're going to be doing is supervising tech. So if you're not educated in that, and that might be 2-3 positions where it used to take 200-300 employees to run a department. Now it might take 2 or 3. So everybody's gunning for that job. So you have to be, and you got to be top in that position. So if you're not gunning to be innovative and creative and talking about things you believe in and talking about things you're passionate about and that you love, and get out here and do what I'm doing. And it's not hard, guys. Look at me. I just began this video talking about I don't have anything to talk about. And now I'm going past 10 minutes. So sometimes when you don't have anything to talk about, you have a lot to talk about. It's just, it hasn't kicked in yet, or it hasn't come to fruition in your mind yet. But you start to think. And I think that's what's going on. A lot of us are consuming content, have ideas, but we're not executing on them. And some of these ideas could be the next big thing for you to help building, what you want to do, your brand, and all those types of things that will open doors for you, whatever it is that you want to do. It could be real estate, all right? Use these platforms as a tool to build your community. The community is going to support you. They have yourself 4 or 5, just have a core group of people that you personally work with. Build with that. And then have the community feed you. That's kind of like, we're going back to those days, I believe. I believe we're going back to those days because it's funny. It takes a village to raise a child, right? Well, it's going to take a village to survive as well. And that was one of the components in having a village. So it's like we're going back to the days of old. The thing is, the villages aren't as big or as prominently connected, like face to face, like a village used to be. Like everybody was on one property, living together, and growing and building together. And that was back in the days. But guess what? It's come back. See, the whole working the 9 to 5, which is nothing wrong with it, guys, nothing wrong. But the whole working the 9 to 5 gig is what was separating us as a family, or what was separating us as getting together, as a community, so we can grow and build. And then with technology separating us a little bit more, because now we don't interact on the phones. You got FaceTime. People don't even FaceTime like that. It's crazy. So now what I'm like looking for, the next step is building a community. You have to build a community. And I believe that's the next way to go. Because if you have a community, you got support, you got ideas, you got motivation, you got people helping one another. I mean, that's kind of what it is. And I think the lack of communities and people's lives, is why they're struggling trying to figure out what they need to do. But sometimes you need people to talk to, not vent out all your problems, but you need people to talk to and have, some type of balance. They might shoot an idea across you, they might say, hey, I like what you're doing, but maybe you need to do it like this. Somebody might tell me, hey, Mike, this portrait type of shooting, your content is good, but you need to turn it sideways. You see, I don't know. Maybe they like it like this, who knows? But but yeah, so I think community building is key now. And I think that's one thing that's going to dominate this new era that we all are approaching and getting into, and listen, it's not a secret anymore. I'm not, pulling out anything that I don't think most people don't already know. People who are doing content, right now is realizing that as well. And then the cool thing about being a content creator is you can now get a hold of other content creators and there's no competition. That's the beauty thing about being a content creator as well. You can get with other content creators, brainstorm, throw ideas across one another, support one another, because everybody's different. Everybody has their way of talking, ideas and passions and things that they do. Everybody has a different talent. So there's no competition when you're, getting to know other content creators, So I would say what I'm doing too, as well, is I'm getting to look at beginner content creators, because I'm beginning as well, and I'm looking to get monetized, by June. So so I got work to do. There are beginner content creators that literally just got monetized, like within the last 30 to 60 days. So I'm looking to link up with them, chop it up with them, talk to them. And once again, and back to what I was saying, building a community. So, and I think that's the best way to go, and then, as you build and grow, we can have like gatherings at places, meetups. We could do panels, talk about all different kind of various things that we can feed back to all of our communities that we individually have. Communities can integrate with one another. And now we're providing content 2, 3, 4 different ways, various different content, to where people, can say, hey, you know what? I feel like listening to this person because he's talking about something that I need to hear. Or this person is talking about sports. Or this person is talking about health, fitness. This person is talking about books. This person is talking about movies. So the true TV network and era and all that stuff, it's coming right at your face, and you're probably looking at one of them. Because I believe once again, these beginner content creators are coming out here doing some real stuff, man, and doing some real things and being really authentic, man. I'm not going to give them names yet because, I'm still trying to link up with them. But I got ideas. They have ideas. And listen, it's just all about getting with like-minded people that's on that path with you. So, all right, guys, that's pretty much it, man. Like I said, I didn't have nothing to say, but I got a lot to say. And, this video took a lot longer than I thought. But thank you everybody for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the next video.